Welcome to the live stream and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm showing this screen right here so to give a little history. As you can see, I have my platinum, 100% game progress, and over 1,800 hours played. I'm just an old man who some games I do good at, some games I struggle at. But after several characters and different builds and getting platinum on almost every build, I shouldn't say every build, but on a lot of different builds I've done. Pure intelligence, pure strength, working on a guard counter more than once, faith build, just different builds. And I had this philosophy in my head that when I did those builds, I wanted to get platinum with each one of them. But now I'm past that point. Now I'm just playing for the fun of it and going through, not worrying about side quests. But after all these hours of playing, I wanted to show, and maybe it'll help people out, maybe it won't. For a new player, I say that this is probably the most optimal start. If you read the description of the video, it'll really tell you what my goal here is. This is not a walkthrough. It's not a guide. I mean, not really a guide, but it's my personal opinion that this route is going to give you the best start and the option to farm some levels if you want, or get OP if you want with levels and stuff. But honestly, it gives you the options to get a jump on the game, have a weapon that you can choose from, whether you're an astrologer, a couple spells, just if you're a strength build, it's, so it's just going to give you options. And this is my very first live stream, so please bear with me. I just wanted to share some of my knowledge, whether you're a new player, returning player, whatever the case may be. But like I said, we're going to start with the new character. We're going to go over all that when I get in here. From all the builds that I've done, this is what I've came up with. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start a new game. Now I have some preset face and stuff like that, attributes already preset, so we'll do that. So to go through, if you're a new player, as you know, you got your vagabond, warrior, hero, bandit, astrologer, prophet, samurai, prisoner, confessor, and wretch. And personally, choosing these really, to me, I don't think makes a difference. If you're going to be able to change these stats later down the road. Now, you're not going to change the base stats, but once you get down the road in the game, if you change your mind and stuff, you can change your stats and allocate them however you want. Now, there are also some drawbacks to starting with a certain character, your vigor. Like the vagabond starts off with probably the best vigor at 15, and then your hero, who's basically your strength build, starts at 14. But we'll address those things when we start. Now, like I said, I like doing a guard counter build, and I also like to be able to use some buffs. So, in my opinion, I like to start out with the Confessor. That way, I've already got 14 points in faith, and all I got to do is basically pop 1 point into faith. Now, of course, that's not going to get you all the different buffs that you can use with faith and stuff, but it gets you it gets you a good start, and then you get a lot of good strength and dexterity and stuff as well. But as you see when we're progressing through that, we're going to adapt accordingly, especially if you start off with like an astrologer. One of the places that we're going to go into, you may have to do a little fighting instead of running straight through. Every time I had to, or I found another option that you can take and do as well, and I'll go over that when we get there. But for right now, I'm going to start with the Confessor. And we're going to do Papa Tank 360. And there's a lot of controversy on what keepsake you want to start with. Me personally, I always go with the golden seed. Either way, you can go with the stone sword key, the golden seed. Here's the thing: by the end of the game, you're gonna have a ton of extra golden seeds, and you're gonna have a ton of extra stone sword keys. You're gonna pick up like one straight from the get go, in the starting route. So, I mean, it's really up to you. I mean, it's your choice. So for this one, I'm going to start off with the stone sword key. Even though I like to go with the golden seed myself, but we'll start off with the stone sword key just to show. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. Like I said, I've got some presets already. So we'll do that. Do that. And I am not going to be doing cutscenes either, so if you want to watch them, you can. If you're a new player, that's fine. So the general rule of thumb is that when you see shinies on corpses or on the ground, you want to grab those. If you're a new player, if you're a returning player, you already know this. But for new players, you definitely want to grab everything. Also, when you're running around, once you get Torrent, which we'll get here shortly, you're going to, when you're running, just keep hitting triangle while you're running and stuff, so you can pick up mats. Crafting mats, in my opinion, you can't get enough of them. So when we run in here, we're not going to fight the dude in here. We're just going to go over and jump straight off the ledge. Our goal is to get the best start possible without happening. Now we will do one fight, but it's going to be an easy fight. We're really basically just going to be standing back and throw a couple swings in and let the NPC take care of the rest of it. So we're gonna go right over here and we're gonna drop down. This is the starting learning area. If you're new to the game, you're gonna have tutorials pop up. You can turn those tutorials off in your settings. But if you're new, you definitely want to utilize them to get started, kind of give you an idea of what's going on. One of the first things I do is I get rid of these. I don't use these gestures, but and I don't use the memory of grace. So it's up to you if you want to keep them. I just don't, because it's really frustrating when you go to grab a grace or something and you do a gesture and stuff. So that's why I don't utilize them. So we're just gonna run through. You take your time through here, do whatever you want. I'm just gonna kill everything running through. I timed that one wrong, didn't I? But yeah. And unlike other people, I'm not going to try to teach you combat and stuff. That's what this area is for. That's what the starting area is for. So if you're new, take your time. All this live broadcast for, and once I get it edited after I'm done broadcasting and stuff. Oh, did not want to do that, but that's okay. We'll just run back up. That's why I say you take your time, do what you need to learn everything. Oh, I just ran all the way back the wrong way. See, that's why I said I'm new to this, so I apologize. Sometimes I get talking and my old brain gets distracted, so. But that's okay. Once we get out in the world, we'll be fine. But yeah, use the starting area to learn some combat moves and stuff. And, you know, utilize it. Like I said, I'm not here to teach, to give you guide through how to do combat and stuff. This is just to get you the best starting route, to get you the best start to the game, in my opinion, and with options to do some farming if you want. I did the struggle bus. I mean, I did the struggle bus for the first couple characters, and after that, I basically made myself stronger to go through the game. So, you know, it's your choice. Now, if you're a new player, if you want the full experience, I don't recommend doing a bunch of farming. You'll want to experience it to, you know. But if you're a new player and you don't want to struggle and you want to take and have an easier playthrough until you learn the game, then yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna grab this grace. We're not opening that up or anything. We don't need. We're not going in there. That's not part of it. grab these, activate this, or examine it, not activate it. I guess it's activating it. I mean, even after all the hours I've got into this game, I don't have everything memorized. So we're going to talk to this person. Do not attack them.
Unfortunately, without guy, you are fake. Like me.
Especially
if
you want to try to do a platinum run through and stuff later, or you want to get to another farming route and stuff, you need his quest. So I always tell people, don't attack NPCs, okay? Most likely they're tied to a quest somewhere. And I always pick these up. Like I said, this isn't a speed run. This isn't get OP in an hour run. This is, you know, this is going to take and utilize some time. So now we'll run up in here to the Church of Ella that's all broken down and crumbled. We'll grab a smithing stone over here. Now, we want to talk to this guy. He's a merchant. This is Kale.
I am Kale.
Or Kale. And I always exhaust the dialogue.
Let's say.
And the first thing we're going to do is if we're going to go over here and we're going to get the crafting kit. That's number one. Do not worry about anything else. Save your runes, okay? We're not purchasing anything yet. We're just literally making our way through. We're gonna grab this grace. And when we come out here, there's a rune here, golden rune 2. And then we're just gonna run straight north up this path. We're gonna kill this guy. Go into sneaky sneak mode. Backstab. Now I'm not gonna run 20 feet out of my way to grab a mat. If it's right on my path as I'm going, then yes, I'm gonna grab it. So like, you know, right here. This is on my way up here, the Erdly flower, to kill this guy. So these are right here. And I always grab the rune fragments. Rune fragments allow you to make the glowing stones, and they're important later on in the game for hidden paths and stuff. And I'm going to give some little tidbits along the way, but I'm not going to go into full detail like a lot of people that do walkthroughs and stuff like that. Like I've said, I've watched a lot of videos and stuff, and I put a lot of hours into the game. So basically, I have come up, I mean, other people have their route and stuff. People have an OP in an hour where you're glitching bosses and stuff. We're not going to be glitching any Night Riders or anything like that. Skip this, and you definitely want to accept what she has to say.
Have you heard of they, sir? But you, I can play the turning wood to aid you. You need O to the foot.
And we're going to accept.
Summon me. I bequeath you. It will summon
now we can
Torrent.
take and call Torrent. Now, I'm not worried about the nighttime right now, but we are going to go in and we're going to equip our Torrent. Now, I use, I like putting Torrent over here. And I've seen people that put it down here. If you look in the bottom left there, they put it under where their healing flask and their FP flask is. I do not. I like being able to push the triangle on down and call Torrent. And grab the map. Run in, run out. Come back up here. Open up your map. And we're going to go back over to the Church of Ella.
This
And
way,
we're going to go over
Tarnished.
here.
May I have a word? A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Rune. I'd heard
Rune.
turned upon the talk thou art
She's
to
going
call
to
forth.
give our
I was entrusted by torrents.
summons. Lone
Tis
wolf
it the summon them, the
ashes.
spirits will now it is that.
Just keep hitting
I doubt we
triangle
shall.
and
How long
burning
will it be
through the
for the
dialogue, or just listen to it. And eventually she will disappear. And now we are going to go back over to Gatefront. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change this from night to morning. We are not going to, we do not want to run any night bosses. No, that is not a good thing. Not right now. So with that being said, now we are literally just going to run on the outside edge of the camp there. We're going to grab a grace and we're going to grab a beetle down here. The grace is right here. The beetle is in the road right here. There's another item on the bridge that we'll grab. Then we're going to pop over here and there's a smithing stone that we're going to grab. And that's going to be good for now. So let's just and for anybody that's actually, I didn't know if I wanted to do markers or not, so I'm learning on this part. Like I said, I've never done a guide or a walkthrough or anything like that. So there you go. There's the 4 marks. I'll leave it open a little bit because I know how frustrating it is to try to put down markers while you're watching a walkthrough, and they put the markers down and then close the window immediately, so you got to keep hitting the backward button on the video to catch them all. So I will leave the map up a little bit. Like I said, this isn't for a speed run. I'm try to be as helpful as I can. We're going to grab this grace, take that marker off by running through. And sometimes I'm not going to be able to put markers down. It's just going to, we're just going to have to run. Ignore that guy. If we,
Could you help us out, Cully?
there's our beetle. There's our smithing stone. We'll take that marker off later. We're going to jump over here, run through the marker, and here's our somber stone. And now, while we're here, because I'm not worried about those guys aggroing us, if you look up there on the ledge, that we're going to run up there, and there's a gold pickle foul feed up there. We're just going to run across the road here, avoid the caravan. Jump up here, and if you look, it's right on the back side of that deal here. So we're gonna grab that, then just get the heck out of Dodge. I'm gonna jump back down, come back across the road, and run off to the right here and keep going south. And drop down, just keep dropping down. Keep going south, keep dropping down. Now you're gonna see a shiny beetle out in the middle of the water. Do not worry about him. There's a hidden crab out there that's going to attack you, but we are going to grab this shiny right here as we run through and come right over here and grab the grace right here. And remount back up on Torrent. And now we're just going to just run straight south east, or yeah, slightly southeast. But when we get down here, as we get closer, I will once we grab the Grace, I'll tell you what's going to happen so you're not caught off guard. Just run straight through and hug the wall, the cliff here to your right, because there's a ballista up there that's going to fire ballista bolts at us, and we do not want to get hit, but they're pretty inaccurate. Once we get closer, then swing in. See how it missed us? Keep tapping your triangle button as you're running through. Grab the smithing stone, grab the stone sword key, grab the butterflies, jump over here, and bam. Grab the Grace. So now we're just going to go over here, drop down. Do not worry about that lady over there. Not yet. So when we run down in here, get down here, you see that carriage down there? At the back of that carriage by the road, we want to get on the back side of that carriage, but there's some dogs down there. There's some couple guys down there and stuff. So what's going to happen is that we're going to run down in there. We're going to grab that, and as soon as we grab the Morningstar Mace, we're going to hop back on our horse and then grab some other loots that are down there. One of the loots is being guarded by some dogs. Another one's just laying next to the road. Another one's being guarded by some other enemies, but we're just going to run through. And after we run through, as we're going down the road, there's going to be another shiny beetle. We're going to kill it, and then we're going to grab a Grace. So just stay to the right here until you get down here. And once you see that guy there on your right, swing over towards the middle, past the dog, then jump up here, grab the Morningstar, then get on your horse and just calmly hit your speed button, then just start grabbing the loot. They're gonna chase you, but that's okay. Just grab your loot, just don't try to catch everything, and then grab this beetle. And then we're going to run up here, and we're going to grab this Grace. We're going to rust at it to get ourselves out of aggro. Alright, now, we're not going to buy anything from this guy, but we are going to come over and talk to him and activate him. So, as you see, he's got smithing stones, he's got crackpots, stone sword keys, but we're not worried about all that, okay? So, first thing we're going to do, and as you see, is we're going to run down into here and grab the map, but first what we're going to do is we're going to go up the backside here, and there's a golden seed up on a cliff up here and stuff, so we're going to do that without aggroing the big golem down there that's going to shoot big arrows at us. So you see the map there, so we're just going to run up this little cliff ledge right here, grab those crafting materials, and so the golem doesn't see us, we're going to run up here, then we're going to turn and jump over. And as you see, there's some rune fragments. We're going to grab those. And then we're going to jump down, and there's our golden seed. So, very calmly, we're going to grab that. Then we're going to get the heck out of Dodge. And when we run up here, we're going to swing by, grab the map. Grab the rune fragments over here, some crafting mats, rune fragments there, and then get the heck out of Dodge. So we're just headed right back north to where the Grace is at. We're gonna rust, get ourselves out of combat. We're gonna reset everything in the morning again so we don't get caught. And don't worry about the dot next to the flask. We'll take care of that all here in a little bit. So we're out of combat, and what we're going to do is we're going to take those other markers off of our map. All right. So the next part, I really can't. I really can't mark anything. But what's going to happen is we're going to run over here. We're going to run up this little side path here. When we get towards the top, there's going to be some stuff we're going to grab, but there's also going to be some rats and stuff. You don't have to get all frantic about them and stuff, but we are going to run past them and stuff. So you can grab these mats on your way up. But as you see up there, there's some stuff laying on the ground. So, and then a shiny, and then some fireflies. But so now we're going to run back out here to the road, and we're going to, there's some rats back in here, but we are going to jump up on the ledge here. We're going to grab this as we run by, then we're going to jump up on the ledge here. Now inside there, there's some baby rats and a big rat, mama rat. We're just going to walk in gingerly on our torrent. We don't have to get frantic. And we're going to hug the wall and turn left at the end of the wall, grab the shiny, go around the side of the rat, the big rat, and then come down and grab another shiny that's on the ground right there. If you're looking, if you turn your camera, you can see it next to that pillar. And we're going to do this all nice and calm. So when we come in here, we're going to grab this, turn around here. Like I said, grab that. See, he misses us. Then we're going to go right here next to that, grab Frenzy Flame, and now we're going to get the heck out of Dodge. And then we're going to run over in here past these guys into this building, grab this shield, and then run out here. Grab the Eye of Urla, these mats, then run up here and grab the Grace. Now, I see people where they're trying to take and you see all the blood stains here? That's because people are trying to jump down there and find a safe spot. Okay? Well, here's the easiest way. Instead of sitting down there, all the guys over there throwing stuff at us, but we're just going to run along this edge here. Grab this shiny up here. And if you look, there's a little path down there. So instead of trying to find a way to jump down there, we're just going to jump down here. Turn back around, go back up here to the north, and just run through this way. Grab the Trina's Lily, jump over. Then we'll jump down here, and no fall damage. Easy peasy. But people keep trying to jump down at the top there, and everything. So we're just running across over here to the Grace along the edge of the cliff that we would have jumped down. Grab this Grace. And now we are going to be heading over here, and we're going to be grabbing some stuff over here. So we're going to run across this bridge here, and we're going to run on up into here. And once we get there, then we will move on from there. So just run back, keeping the cliff to your left there, and just run past this bad guy here. Just run right past him. grab the mats if you want. I'm just running straight through. It's right there. It's right there, so I grab it. And we're just going to run straight through. Now we want to stay to the outside edge here. We don't want to fight those dudes up there. We're not trying to fight anything right now. Now, before we go into the church, we're going to run through this graveyard. And if you see the shiny right there, and then next to a tombstone towards the back, there's a shiny as well. But some bad guys are going to pop up, so we're just going to run through and calmly grab our stuff. And if you got to tap so he doesn't hit you, grab that shield. And then we're going to grab the grace. And then we're going to rest at the grace to take us out of combat. After we rest at the grace, run over here. And if you just keep tapping your triangle, you'll see there's some golden centipedes on the ground. Just run through, because some of them are hard to see. See, as you see, some of those you couldn't even see. And then we're going to grab the sacred tear. And with that being said, we're going to run straight down the road. And we are going to just basically cut over and down basically right about here. There is a shack with a merchant in it. And we're going to grab that shack with the merchant in it. We're not worried about anything else at this point. So when we come out here, we're just going to basically go southwest here. Run past the sheep. Grab these rune fragments up here. Run over here. Keep going southwest. I always like to grab the rune fragments on my way through. We're going to run right past there. We're not going in there. You could if you wanted to. There is a nice faith weapon in there, but we don't want to fight anything. I mean, you got the Morning Star right now, so that's a good start. You can come back and grab a little bit of farming. So what I do is once I'm next to the tower here, I put down a marker, and I use the diamond as my marker. Let me know that I have that remembrance tower there. Excuse me. But don't stand too close to him because he can stomp on you while you're pulling up your map. I was actually a little too close. And with that being said, we are going to grab this grace. Run in here. Take the marker off. We're going to activate this merchant.
How can I help?
And as you see, now we're going to be coming back here later at the end after we've done everything, just to show you.
Have a safe trip.
It's part of that option thing. There's no sense in using your runes right now. So with all that said, we are now going to go back up here to actually, hold on, I'm sorry. We're going to go here to first step. And we're going to grab another gold pickle foul foot. So before we go grab it, we're going to go over. No, we can't talk to them yet. Sorry. Like I said, get ahead of myself. I don't mean to. So we're going to run around the back here. And then as we go where you see the eagles up there, and go here and jump off. Double tap. And we're going to grab the golden foul foot, and then we're going to just run over here. We're not going to try to jump back up to Airstream. run over here because there's another merchant right over here. Grab these fireflies here, the butterflies or whatever they are. And then we got the merchant here. Now he's an important merchant too because he's got the neutralizing boluses, but he also has the cookbook for them.
All done?
So we'll be coming back here later on. Not during this starting route. I mean, you could, but you're going to be, this is the starting area. So we're going to go back over here to Gatefront. And we're just going to head straight north here, northwest, through there. As you see the shiny in there, there's a big guy that's going to drop down on us. That we're just going to run through, grab the shiny on our way through. Keep running past. I'm not worried about any of this stuff in here. Grab this golden seed. Then we're just going to turn northeast here, and as you see, there's a shiny out there. So we're going to grab it. And then we're going to run up here, straight to the north, jump up here, and then we're going to turn back to the west here. You can see the shack there. Grab this stone sword key, and that's why I said it doesn't matter. You see, you're getting golden seeds, you're getting stone sword keys. So what you did, and we are definitely going to talk to this lady.
Only to have that. Did you
exhaust her dialogue. She's going to give us the sitting sideways, and then she's going to give us the Ash of War summons, the jellyfish, the spirit ashes. I should say Ash of War summons.
Tell them I love them fine again.
And you're just going to keep wasting her dialogue until she says, oh, can you pass on a message? Tell them I love them. After you do that, we're going to grab the grace. And I'll try to put some markers out here. We're going to go up here first. And then we're going to come back down across, and then we're going to run over here and right about and here are some tombs, and then as soon as we're done grabbing those tombs, we're going to run up the road here, and there should be take that off. We'll put it, it's somewhere right about in here. And then up the road, then there's going to be another grace and a shack, but I'm not 100% positive on the exact location of that. I know it's just right up in here down the road. So those are our markers. Once again, 1, 2, 3. All right. All right, there you go. So we're just going to run straight up here. Now stay to the right, because as you see the big guy up there, we're just going to run right along this edge at the top of this cliff here. And we're going to grab the Strength Knot Crystal Tear, which is nice for at the beginning because it increases your strength. Then we're just going to drop down here and run over here towards marker 2. And you should know you're going in the right direction when you see the rock worms out there. You see those rock worms moving around out there? And there are the tombs. Now be careful when you run through here. Just take your time, but there's a... See these things here? They will explode, and when they explode, they will do damage, but they're going to drop rune fragments, and we're going to grab those. So we're going to run by them, let them do their little explosion, dude. And the rams out here, the male rams with the horns, they will attack you. I don't know what their problem is, but they seem to want to get involved into the game. Oh, see that? See how I got hit? Excuse me. I forgot about him on the edge there. Sorry about that. See that? See him trying to attack me? Now we're just going to run towards marker 3. And there it is. We're going to grab this grace and rest at this grace. And we're going to go in here and talk to this guy. Now, this is the guy you're going to come back
I've
to.
seen you before. Name's let me ask you. Are you here
At the end of the startup route.
Yeah,
And tell him that your faith holds firm.
All I know. Now's the time.
Talk
There's
to him
a myriad
again.
memento find. That's how it grants me.
Because we want to come back. We're not going to buy it right now. Save those runes. But we want that no skill Ash of War. That's very, very
Not
good
floating
skill
your
for
boat,
shields
eh?
and torches. So, yeah. So we're going to go right around the back of the shack here, grab the crafting materials, and we're going to hug the wall here to the right. And you see the big dudes out there, one going that way. Now, you see that statue there? We want that guy to break him, but we only want one big guy. So what we're going to do, we're going to run down here, we're going to run in front of him, get his attention, and then come over here and literally stand behind this statue, and he's going to break it open for us. Once he breaks it open, we're going to run around, get away from him, let him do his little swing, come back around, grab the smithing stones, and then run straight up here to this other shiny, run right between this giant's legs. And then just keep running. Just keep running. Keep running north. Run over here. And then we're going to drop down. You're going to see the shiny there. We're going to run through that, grab that shiny, and turn immediately and jump over and run down this road. And once we get down here, you'll see this little ledge here to the right. We're going to run up here. We're going to jump up here.
Can you hear me?
And we're going to
Help
talk
me.
to this guy
I'm
right
stuck.
here. This is Alexander.
I am pleased.
And we definitely want to help him
My
out.
thanks. 1,000 thanks.
So we're going to come around the back
Just
here.
give me a good smack from
And
the rear
we're
with
just
something nice, and I'll pop. Don't
go
dally.
through
Give it
his
your all.
dialogue, and then we're just going to swing and pop him out. Go back over here and talk to him.
Oh, that. Well, I and beyond and upon this, I'd heard doesn't the no. I'm to Redmayne.
And once he says to Redmayne Castle, we're going to go down here. And now, like I said, there is fall damage, so we want to run down a little bit, jump down before we jump straight down. We're going to grab this. And then we're going to grab this grace here. And with that, we are going to grab a coffee break. So go ahead and rest at the grace. And I am going to take a quick coffee break, real quick. And I'll be right back. Alrighty. So, thank you, but I have to have my coffee. So, I appreciate the patience there. Let me make, do one thing here. And now we're back. Okay, so we're back here. Now you see the pumpkin head dude on the bridge. We're just gonna run right by him. And on the left side of the bridge, there's a shiny here. And then we're gonna run over here, and there's a merchant. We're just going to activate him. The reason why we activate him and talk to him is because I don't think that they show up. But if you see, he's got another cookbook for us, a crack pot, and some smithing stones. But we're not buying any of that stuff yet. So now we're just going to run straight down this road here. And you see the NPC down there? We're just going to run over there and talk to him. Now we do not want to be here long because as you see the guys popped up and they're hitting us with arrows. So
Turn back.
we're just going to talk to him, get back on our horse, and then you can see the grace down there. So we're going to run down there and grab the grace. Don't worry about the mariner out there in the middle of the water. We're not going to fight him. We got arrows sticking out of us, out of our arm. Okay, and out of our private area there. And now we're going to get back on our horse. And we're just going to run straight east here through these ruins. Staying off to the left here, jump up, run around. Run along these rocks, and then you see the turtles over there. We're going to run right in here where the turtles are. We're going to use one of our stone sword keys. We're going to use our stone sword key, activate this, and then we're going to run down in here. Good place to come and farm these turtles. It's pretty close to the grace, but they drop turtle meat that you need for crafting if you want them. And we're going to grab the green turtle talisman. And then we're going to jump on our horse and we're going to run straight here to the south a little bit here. And on this ledge, you see this rock that pointed up. We're going to run straight down it. So that way we don't take no fall damage. And then we're going to run in here and grab these golden runes. You ain't got to worry about anything attacking. You can just take your time. Just double check that you get them. And then we're just going to run straight east there to that ledge there, and you'll see it drops down a little bit here, and then we're just going to drop down right there, and then we're going to run over here where you see this wolf, and we're going to turn to the right, and we're going to hit this cloud here, and it's going to break our fall. Now we want to kill that shiny because we definitely want that ash of war there. Now we're going to run over into the church here. This is Church America, Markera, or whatever it is. We'll see it when we get in here. Yeah, America. And we're going to grab the sacred tear. And the most important thing in here is our wondrous flask. A flask of wondrous physics. So we're going to grab this grace, and then we're going to rest at this grace and turn it to morning. Because like I said, we do not want it being nighttime. We do not want to be fighting any night bosses or anything like that. So we grab that, turned it to morning. Now we're going to go through. So if you look right here, there's a little path right through here. So we're going to run right through here and down into this water area, and off to the right you see the blue streams of light there, and there's a portal here. So we're going to grab this portal, and this is going to take us over into the northeast part of Caelid, or as it's called, Grail's Dragon Barrel. So we're going to grab that, open the door. Grab the Grace up here. That guy will not attack you, not yet at least. He will eventually down later on through the game and stuff. We are going to avoid that big gargoyle there. So we're going to run down the right side and just run right past him. He will one-shot us right now. Avoid the little guys you seen out here. You see the tree there that has our golden seed. So we'll run past it, grab our golden seed. Just keep running south, and then you'll see the Grace down there. I'm gonna grab this Grace, and then we're gonna rest at this Grace because she's going to come back and talk to us, and she's going to take us to the round table hole.
Testing to determine if you had the... It seems my torrent, whereas I merely... There is, but I can take you gathering plate.
And we are going to go to the round table hole. Excuse me. Now, we are not going to talk. As you see, there's some NPCs in here. We're not going to talk to them. Not yet. So open up your map, and we're going to go back over here to the Farum Great Bridge. And what we're going to do is we're going to get back on our horse, and we're going to go up here and off to our east here around the ledge here. We're just going to run straight through here, and there's going to be another ledge over here. We're going to drop down and turn to our right and just keep running and jump over everything. Just keep running and jumping because there's a bunch of those little dudes here. And there's some poison things, so you see them in the middle of the road there. We want to avoid them, run right through the center of them, and just keep going. Now, there's a night boss that pops up on this bridge. That's why we turned it to morning. And you'll see people in some videos, though, there's a way to glitch that night boss to make him die, where you don't have to fight him. But we're not going to do that. That is not part of the options. There's only one thing I'm going to show you that you can do. At the end of the video. And I will give my opinion on that at the end of the video. But I'm not showing you anything that other people haven't done. So slide down the roof after you get off the torrent there. And then we're just going to run up here. And this is for our casters, our faith builds, and our astrologers, our anybody that's going to be doing casting. So we're going to run up here and we're going to get another memory stone. And then we're going to open up our map and we're going to go back down to Leonie's Rise. And now we're going to take this air current back, and we're going to go to the back side of it, back up here. And up here we got some more golden runes. Now, before I run down here. So what we're going to do is, if you look, you see the castle, the fort up there. That's where we're going to go to. But down inside there is an Erd tree, a minor Erd tree. But we're not going to fight him. There's a way to get around him. So we're going to run straight down this path here, heading west. And then we're going to stay to the left here along this ledge here. When some lightning is going to start happening, you can grab these on your way through. And we're just going to stay right here to the left and drop down right there. Stay to the left. Keep staying to the left. And come around the back side of this big tree. And we're going to hit this air current right here and go straight up. And as you see, there's Grail, the dragon, but we're not going to be fighting that yet. We're not going to be killing it. We'll go over all that at the end of the startup route. So we're going to grab this Grace. And since I'm here, I always just go ahead. We're going to jump over this wall, and we're going to run straight west here and drop down and run along the edge of this cliff here. We're headed towards that big white rock there. Just stay along the ledge, because you see there's dragons out there. And we're just going to jump up here. We may have to double jump and stuff, but that's okay. And the reason why I do this is this way you don't forget later, because up here we got a bunch of smithing stone 7s, stone sword keys. So this is why I said the stone sword key and the golden seed. Now we're going to pull up our map, and we are actually going to go all the way back over here to the Third Church America. All right, so let's get this marker off. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down, and there's going to be an NPC right about here, and there's a Grace here, and then we are going to come and grab the map fragment here. So mark those up. There you go. Zoom in a little for you. All right, give it a few seconds. All right, we're good, I think. And now we're just going to run straight out west here. A little more west-south, southwest, however you want to call it. But we're trying to get to that little piece of building there, or bridge, or whatever it's called. So we're going to jump up here.
Hello? Is anybody there?
And you can hear him
Someone
already
who
starting
might
to
be
talk.
interested in rescuing the great Kenneth Haight. Sir,
And we're going to talk to this guy and just keep wasting his
I
dialogue.
want you to a night come. What my fort? Oh, I fret not to celebrate. I would at to pray honestly. God first, then he and to think. Yeah. What my fort?
And once we get to the second time he says my fort lies south. Now, you don't have to do this, but down below, if you look, you see a bunch of dudes down there, and there's a shiny right in the middle of them. So I always grab that shiny, but just be calm about it, and don't get frantic, but just run straight through. Grab the magic grease and then turn to your left and head south towards marker number 2, which it's in the wrong spot, so I apologize. But if you see the grace streams up here, and bam. Now we've got the grace, and we're going to take this marker off, and so now we are not going to run straight towards the marker. We are going to run through here first, and you want to avoid the bears. You see the big bear out there? Where there's some smaller bears along the way. Do not poke the bears. do not poke the bear. See him out there? So we're going to stay to the left until we get to the road. And then we're going to just run right through it. See, he's going to take him. He's going to be a little irritated, so we're going to run here, grab the map, and run over here, just keep running past him, grab the cookbook, and run through here, grab the beast bones, and then just keep running southwest. And now you'll hear some howling. So we want to get over here, hear the howling, jump up over, get off our horse. Run in here, into this area a little here, grab the chest, get our smithing stone 2. Grab the golden rune, then we're going to crouch. And if you don't know how to crouch, just push in on the left stick. And just so people know, I'm using a PS5, so Xbox, PC, I've never done it on Xbox or PC, so I don't know what those controls are. But hit the left analog stick in, that puts you into crouch mode. And we're gonna sneak right past the sleeping bear and fall down into these stairs right here. We do not want to wake that bear. If we wake it, he will kill us right now. So we're going to back into crouch mode. After we grab the axe talisman. And as soon as you get up, you can jump right over. And see, we didn't wake him. If you do wake him, get on your horse right away. And we're going to run northeast up towards the ledge here. And there's going to be a shiny up here that we're going to kill. There's a bunch of those little dudes too, so we're gonna run in. Kill the shiny, then just run straight east here, and we're gonna grab that, the crystal tier and the spike crack tier, and I grab all of this as you're running down. Just grab all these mats, just keep running north here, and you see this deal right here? We're going to jump up here, and we're going to go inside here, and we're going to take the elevator down. This is the Seofor River well. And this is a long elevator, so just enjoy the ride. Down in here is one of my favorite areas, man. It's the aesthetics and everything, and just the graphics down here is just awesome. It's just a killer place. Actually, the underground, except for the ant area, not sorry for, oh, I guess I should have said there could be spoilers in the game. But the underground areas are some of my favorite areas for how cool they look and stuff. It's just like, look at that right there, man. That is just awesome. But all right, so now we grab that grace, do that, and if you hit your right analog stick in, that'll bring you back up to the upper level, and we're going to go back to the Third Church America. All right, so with that, now we are literally, basically, we're just going to run straight back down, and we're going to run back by the Seofor River well. Now, we could have took and rode the elevator back up, but I just think it's easier just to come back down to the Third Church America. And we're going to work our way down. There's a merchant that's right about in here. I think, and then there's a golden seed up here that we're going to grab, and there's a grace right here, And after that, we're going to run down into these tombs down here. And then we're going to come back up here. There's an air current, and we're going to take it up. So those are your 5 markers. Let everybody get them. Okay, so we're just going to run straight towards marker number 1. Make sure there's no rune fragments up here on the ruins. Thought that was a rune fragment. I ain't worried about the other match. You'll grab plenty of those as you're running through Elden Ring and exploring. Just keep running through. And as you see, all those mats that we grabbed going down into the Siofa River well, all of them have come back, so we're just going to grab them as we're running through. All right, around this left here, we're going to jump up here, and then jump across, and then drop down, drop down, drop down. Grab these mats. As you hear the merchant over there, we're going to get off our horse.
This way.
Grab the butterflies, and we're going to activate
I'm angry.
him, but we're going to be coming back here to him because he has 1 smithing stones. He's got 2 of our cookbooks. He has a ton of crafting mats. I don't worry about those crafting mats. You can get those out in the open world, except for some of the meat, but there's a bell-bearing guy that will allow you to buy certain meat after you kill him. So we're going to run up in here, avoid everything, avoid the dudes that you see. Jump up over, jump up over. You see the golden seed out there. We're just going to run straight through, avoiding the guards. Grab the golden seed. Turn back around. And then we're going to drop down over this little ledge right here. And we're going to grab this grace. Now we're going to, let's take off marker 1. And now we're going to run down here and go to the tombs. Or take off marker 2 as well. Oh, hold on. There we go. And marker 3. Sorry, guys. So, as you see the big wolves out there, we're just going to work our way through nice and cozy like. Grab the golden runes. Just keep working your way around. And then we're just going to run on out. And you see where the wolves are running? We're just headed right there. And we're going to take this airstream up. And there's some more tombs up here, so you'll see the wolves. That's okay. Just gradually go in. Grab the golden runes. I mean, you don't want to spend 5 minutes in here trying to get the runes. Just run in and grab the runes, but do it all calmly. Then run back over here where you came up. Jump, double jump, take the air current down. And that is going to finish up all of that for starting. Okay, so now that we've done all that, we are going to go back to the Church of Vela, and we're actually going to I'm sorry, no. I'm sorry. I just had an old man moment. We're gonna go back up here to the Storm Hill Shack. I just had a brain cramp. Sorry about that, guys and girls. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run straight up. We're going to run straight up through here, underneath here, and we're going to work our way up into here. So just keep running, just follow me. We're going to go straight north, run to the left of these guys, just keep running by them. Got a cookbook at the end of the bridge here. I always get off my horse and come up and grab it off torrent, and then you'll see that this drops down, but you want to jump right there. And then there's a shiny here that we are going to take and kill. If he falls off the edge, that's okay. He will die down there and you'll still get the item. Alright, now we're going to run back up here. Up this rock cliff, jump up here. And be careful when you're running through here. It is a little dark. And there's ledges and stuff, so you just want to kind of run through the path. Keep going through. You're going to come across some wolves. Just following the path through. There's our wolves. There's going to be some more wolves over here. Jump over them. And then turn left. And then go up here. Now, these sacramental buds, these right here, grab those when you see them. They are a very important crafting mat. Just heads up. I'm gonna grab this grace. And now, because we are going to be getting into some more stuff, this is where I like to add my flask and stuff. And get those taken care of and allocate my flask. Now when it comes to allocating your flask, you just got to allocate them accordingly. So because I'm doing a guard counter build with this guy, I mean this is just a tutorial for the starting area, so I'm not going to keep this guy, but if I was, I would actually go 5-2. If I was doing an astrologer, I would do 5-2 the other way. Or you can do 4-3, whichever makes you feel comfortable. It just depends on your comfort level. But doing 2 FP flasks as a melee build, that still allows you to call out your summons and do your special Ash of War on your weapon. So that's just me. And then, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Then I go down to my Mix Wondrous Physic, and under my Mix Wondrous Physic, that I am a melee build. Now, as a caster, you may want to use the Crimson Tier and, you know, the Crystal, Greenspell Crystal Tier. I throw these 2 in. That's just me. You have to put whatever you want. You have to figure out exactly how you want to do. So we're going to run down here to this church down here that you see. And grab the sacred tear. And we want to talk to this guy. We're going to give him 10 runes. We're going to donate 10 runes.
True, my name. Presuming you're only... Apology. I'm afraid. Oh, right. I can tell you what you've seen. That's the only it's those after they declare the academy, as you might have guessed, making entry to and so on.
Just
When
burn
they
through
come,
his dialogue. You can ask
why
about
not
the
find
Flintstone
without one? And you'll
key.
never. And if you want, you would you? I know it, but still.
Okay, so when we come out of here, we're gonna run over into this graveyard over here. Just run in. You'll see a shiny at the back here. Grab that shiny. Just avoid all the bad guys. And then we're just gonna come over here and drop off the edge here. Now, there's a little camp down here. We're gonna run straight through this camp, grab the shiny, and run straight out the back of the camp. We're not trying to kill anything, fight anything. We're just gonna run straight through, grab the shiny, and run out the backside and down the hill. And run down the hill here. And then you'll see the Grace over there and a merchant. Now, there's a good chance,
You're new around
even though I've
here.
been
Surprised you
playing
found
this
me
game
in
for a
my
long
little
time,
nook. No matter.
I still have died here where we're getting ready to, what we're getting ready to do next. So, what we don't have the map yet. The map is right there, and that's where we're headed. And then there's a Grace right about here. Okay? So, there's a bunch of bad dudes, and we do not belong here yet. This is a higher level area. But we're going to grab that map and then grab that Grace. The key to grabbing the map is that you want to lure those guys away and then run right back in and grab the map, turn around, and then run over here and grab the Grace, and then rest at the Grace to de-aggro everything. So if you want, you can watch me for a minute, or you can try to follow, but I would watch, and that's the reason why we grabbed this Grace. We're just going to run out here. We're going to run along this path here. There's going to be a crystal bud over here, right there. And then, as you see them right there, they're all watching. So I run over here to the left. I let them all come towards me. See how they're working their way over? And I just keep moving, and I jump up here, and then I run in here and I grab it, and then I get the heck out of Dodge. And then you're going to see a bunch more of them down here, and then a dude on a horse. So we're going to go to the right here, and we're going to go on the back side, and up over here, and we're going to grab the Grace, and we're going to rest at the Grace so that we de-aggro everything. And we grabbed another sacred tear so we can increase our amount of replenishment. Then I run over here. Now, I don't recommend, if you haven't done this before, you're not familiar, but we are going to run in. We're going to grab a teleporter, and the teleporter is literally right inside where you see that gazebo type thing right there in the middle. But I run off to the right here a little bit because there's a shiny, and if you want to watch first, just watch. There's a shiny right here next to it. You see one of those, but a big guy's going to come up out of the water, see? Now, grab that, then grab this, and then run in. Now, you don't have to grab that shiny. You can just run straight in and grab the teleporter. We're gonna run up here. We're gonna grab the Grace. Grab the map. Back on our horse. We're gonna go down here. Now we're going to take a right down at the end of this path here. We're gonna run around the back side of the building here. Now there's gonna be a guard on the back side here, but just run past them. Grab the shiny. Just keep running around the back side of the buildings here, and then we're gonna take a left here at the end, and then another right. And you'll see the crone reader there. And now we're going to double jump over here. Then we're going to double jump over here. And then double jump over down to here and then drop down. Grab our golden seed. And now we're just going to run straight southeast. All past all these guys right here. And start working your way more easterly. Now there are some mats around this tree here that I grabbed. Some mushrooms, and as you see the Grace there. We'll grab it. And we'll grab the map over here. We're going to open up the map. And where's that marker 2 at? We're going to take that marker off. Now, I don't know. Let me see. Can I really? Not really. Basically, you're just going to have to follow me. It's not something I can really mark up. I mean, I could try to figure it out, but like I said. So we're just going to run north here. Slightly north, east here. Run around the back side of this building here, and then you'll see this building here that's all crumbled down in. We're going to run up over it, and then you see the shiny on top of that. We're going to grab it, run up here, grab it, and then we're going to run over here. Oh, see the crystal bud? Grab that crystal bud, and then up here you see the NPC.
Rune, the whereabouts. They laid out
Turn
the
to his
tale
dialogue.
The tale of I.
Okay, so once he says the tale of Haslo again, then we're going to jump back on. So if you look, you see that little dome gazebo thing there? There's a shiny on the back side of that, which is just slightly northwest. And come around here. And we definitely want to kill this shiny. Get that somber smithing stone too. Now, if you see, where did they come from? Just run. If you got aggroed, but as you see, we're going to run straight north to that gazebo right there. That's the first time I've had them come out like that. I don't know. That was weird. So we're going to grab this teleporter here. We're going to grab the map, turn back southwest here. You can see the Grace lights streams off there. Grab that Grace. Alright, so now we're going to go back northeast here. Back north. Slightly northeast. There's going to be a crystal bud off to the left. And then we're going to run through these ruins here. And there's going to be a bunch of magic dudes shooting stuff at us. And as we get to the end of the ruin, there's going to be a false wall. And we're going to smack it with our sword. And just keep running through. Because on the other side is a Grace. We're going to grab the Grace. Rest at the Grace to de-aggro. And we're going to turn things to morning. I always double check to make sure that we're not in evening or late night. Then we come up here and talk to EG.
Well, I presume. Oh, I am E.G. An old Cotto here, perhaps.
And you're going to be coming back here later because, one, you can get unlimited somber smithing stone 1s and 2s from him, and then unlimited of smithing stone 3s and 4s. But we want that smithing stone 4 later. Well, you might want it. It depends on which weapon you're going to go with and stuff from the beginning. So now we are just going to head southeast and jump across this stuff so we don't fall down and die from fall damage. And we're going to drop off, grab these, just run over top of them and grab them, the golden rune. Always grab the glowing skulls. Alright, so we're just going to keep southeast. And then you see the broken ruins there and the big plant pods. So we're going to run next to that. And we're going to grab the shiny off the ground, the rune fragment, the mushroom. We're not going to run up on the ruins this time. We're just going to keep going south, slightly southeast. And then you're going to see some lightning start happening. You can grab these on your way by. Now we're going to turn south until we get past those. Grab the little crafting mats, grab the crystal bud, and if you see, once you come around the side here, there's a grace. Grab that grace. Now, you see the little gazebo out there and you see the big lobsters. We're going to run to the back side of this gazebo, avoiding the lobsters because they will kill us right now. We're going to jump up in here. We're going to grab the smithing stone, jump back out, and then run straight northeast. Just head straight northeast towards that big cliff there with the big gate up there. And now we're gonna, once we get to the edge here, where we're up against the wall, we're just gonna run through this little path right here, and you see the shiny there, that is the somber smithing stone 3. We're going to grab it and we're going to stick to the edge of the wall here, and you see the air current here. We're going to take this air current and we're going to go up top here. And you see the grace over there. We're going to grab that grace. And then we're just going to turn back around and we're going to get back on torrent. Now, the key is that you see the big rock sticking up above the rest. We're going to go back up on this ledge here, and we're just going to aim right towards that, jump again, and hit the air current. Bam. Now, so like I said, I like to mark these. So what I do is because I know he's going to be right here in this thing. He doesn't move from here, so I'm just going to put it right there. Now, there is a tunnel there, a cave and stuff, but we're not going to go there because you got to take the ladder all the way down and stuff and everything, and we don't want to do that. It's just a little bit too time consuming in my opinion, but that's just me. If you want to go down in there, you can, but I don't think it's worth it at this time. But that's just my opinion. This is just, in my opinion, we're just trying to get the map open as much as possible and get the best start possible. Now, there are people that go in there and get some extra crafting mats, which you can do if you want. So we're going to go around the outside edge here. There's going to be a crystal bud here, right there. Turn to the left, stick to the left, run up here on this other side of these green crystals. You can run across, just keep tapping your triangle. You'll pick up some glintstone fireflies and drop down here. Grab all of these, grab some more. And then there's the arteria leaf over here. Then run to the back of this and jump over and stay to the right. And another crystal bud, and then turn east. You'll see the grace. Grab the grace. Now we're going to run straight east and then turn to the north as we get up here. There'll be a crystal bud as we're going up. There'll be some wolves. Some big wolves. Crystal bud. And then keep turning northeast. Follow the path. Just keep running past everything. Run past these guys. Run past this group up here. Now we're headed northwest. Just keep going. And you see the streaming lights for the grace there. So we're just going to jump up, grab the grace, and then we get back on our horse. And now we are going to be headed west, keeping to the right of everything. You can see everything off to your left there. Just keep avoiding it. And then jump over this and then turn northwest. Avoid everything, jump up over these. Now we're headed a little bit more north. Then we're going to turn northwest where we see the path split here. Now there's going to be some guys. You see them right there. Just stick to the left. Now we're headed straight west up here into the church. And there's a grace there. We're going to grab it. And rest to take whatever popped up in the graveyard here and put it back. De-aggro it. All right. Now we have the big turtle. Now we're going to go over here and grab the needle, the golden needle and stuff. And the tailoring tools. And now do not attack this guy. You do not want to attack him.
My apology. Do you know how it came?
You want to keep say I don't know, because at the end of the game, a lot of your other merchants and NPCs go away. You shouldn't say merchants. Some of them do. But if you give this guy all your scrolls and your prayer books, he will always be here.
Heresy, all thing.
So he has different sorceries now that we give him the Academy book and stuff, the Academy scroll, and then he has incantations for your faith builds and stuff. I do not give him to the NPCs. He's the only one that I give him to, so that way I can take and always come back and get him later on, even after I've beaten the game. So with that being said, now we have opened up all of this and gotten all these maps here and stuff. So now we are going to go back to the first step. And we are going to talk to Vare here, let him know that our faith holds true.
Oh, before I fear you, I don't blame. Why not?
I'll fly straight and true.
To join the they are decrepit. Worse yet. So, aren't you supposed? Then you must.
And then it says, aren't you supposed to be?
Fingers.
All right. So now, where we're going to go into can get a little dicey. And we're going to see those ruins out there in front of me, where the way that I'm facing. We're going to grab a couple things in there, but there's a teleporter in there that we're going to grab. But down there where the teleporter is, there's going to be a bunch of rats. If you are an astrologer, it's going to be a little rough. If you have less than 15 vigor, it's going to be a little rough. I think 14 is like going to cut it. So when you go down in there as a caster or an astrologer, you may just want to kill the rats and not try to run through. You can try to run through, but on my astrologer, I ended up having to kill all the rats and then run in and grab the not teleporter, but the chest that teleports you and stuff. With the vagabond at 15 health, I didn't have a problem. Now, you have another option. You can we'll open up the menu, we'll go down here to status, and we look, I've only got 10 vigor, okay? We can go up here to inventory, and I can increase my vigor a little, and go over here, and as you see, I've got a couple of these nice little runes that we picked up. Now, if you push in on the right joystick, the information goes away. The reason why I do that is because I can take and use, and I'm going to go ahead and use them, and the screen doesn't go away. Now, let me show you what I mean. So now that the information is up, if I use this, after I use it, see, the screen goes away. So I'll use both of those, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to level up, and what I'm going to do is with those, it gives me enough to put me at 15 vigor, okay, with what I had. So I'm good with 15 vigor. I can take a couple hits from the rats and feel comfortable. And if you are an astrologer, I would highly recommend it. So after you do that, we're going to run over here to these ruins. We're going to drop down next to the birds here. And we're just going to run straight over here. Basically east. Then move slightly to the south a little. And you see the crumbling wall there? We're going to jump over it. And we're going to go down in here, and this is not where the rats are. Down in here is the twin blade. Then we're going to go to the back side of the wall, jump over, and there's a little path here. And we're just going to run in here and then go inside here, grab this, get out of here, grab this shiny, drop down into the path here, get away from all that stuff, and then pause. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to run straight through, grab the door, and after you get the door open, you're going to hit the forward roll. So if you want to watch me first before you try it, just keep running straight through. The rats will aggro. Grab the door, then hit the roll, then grab the chest. You're going to get hit. This is why I said move you up. And see how I almost died there? If I would have went in here with just 10 health, I would have died there. Unless I killed the rats first. All right, so we're going to use our healing. Grab this chest. Now, as you see, the bad guy's up there. When we run out this door here, we're going to turn immediate to the left, and we're going to run right along the edge of this little shack here, and then go down through the opening that you'll see at the bottom. Now, you probably will get hit because there's some bad guys that are going to shoot some needles at you through the air and stuff. But there's another reason why I took and leveled up my vigor before we went in here. So just when you run out, just turn immediately left, run down along the edge here, past these guys. You can hear them, see right there, see that? And just run through here, drop down, and grab the grace. Rust at the grace. Because you have to rust at this or you won't be able to fast travel until you rest at a grace, because we were entrapped in that chest. We're going to pass time until morning. And there. Grab the shiny over here. Because now we are in Caelid. We're in the bottom part of Caelid here. Oh, I'm sorry. The top part of Caelid. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over here slightly southwest, more southerly than anything. Run past this big dude here. You'll see the green path here. And basically we're going to stand right here. We're not going to try to chase that down. And he's going to come right towards us. When you see him, now the way I found, if you're a caster, you can take and just do it. But when you see him, oh, I was standing in the wrong spot. So, and this just takes timing. When he's about two of those green little dots on the ground away from you, that's when you want to swing. So, and it's just a timing thing. That's all it is. But we're not going to chase him because he's faster than you. But for me, this is letting him get around one time and getting his pattern. So right now. Oh, see? Still missed it. And the only reason why we're doing this is because this is a poison ash for anybody that's wanting to do a poison build. And the whole purpose of this starting route is to give every possible opportunity for basically any build at this point. Get you a good start for any build. So here it comes. There we go. Poison armament. All right, so now that we got that, we're just going to run straight south here. Avoid those pools. Underneath this tree limb here, grab the butterflies and then grab the grapes. So now that we've done that, get back on our horse. You see that little opening up there? We're going to jump right back over. See the big shiny there? And now we're going to run up in here. Just avoid everything. There's going to be some of those explodey rocks. Grab the, I don't know if you had one, because those are different everywhere. So we're just going to run past all the glowing worms here, the rock worms and stuff. And the big bad guy here. Grab the somber smithing stone 5. And now we're just going to run back through. Don't worry about any of that. Grab the rune fragments if you want. And we're going to come back down here. And now we're going to go to the right here and head west into the Swamp of Aeona here. I had to give it a second. Inside this building here, We're gonna jump up over, get off our horse, and run down in here real quick. Now everything that was up there is gonna be aggroing towards us, but that's okay. This is for the astrologers, the mages out there. Grab the rock sling, and basically we're just gonna run right past this guy, get on our horse before we start getting attacked. Run over here, grab the butterflies, grab the traveling garb, perfume bottle. Then we're gonna go up here, which was southwest of the where we just went. Run in here, grab the golden rune, then run on the backside, hug this ledge, and grab the meteorite staff. And now, astrologers have one of a good staff to get a start with. Now run past these, grab the butterflies, you just run to southeast and then off to the ledge here, and you see the grace there, and bam, grab that grace. Now we are going to, while we're here, we're just going to run up here to the northwest, and off to our right here underneath this little tree limb is another merchant.
Yes, right this way. Welcome, valued please. I'm hungry.
And as you see, he has preserving boluses, and he also has Aeonian butterflies, which are important crafting materials. And then he also has poison stone clumps, poison stone, poison bone darts, and stuff. So that's why we did it. Now, if we head straight west, there's another grace up here. And if you look, right there to the north of us is another shiny. Run up here, we're going to kill it. And that gives you Lifesteal Fist. Then we're going to run back down southeast here, back past the first grace we just grabbed here, and go back out into the swamp area here. And see that little mound right there? You see the shiny off in the distance? Now he can be a little tricky, but we're just going to run up here. We're going to grab him. Now, if he does disappear on you, and that's the Ash of War Poisonous Mist, he'll either pop up over there by that tree, or he'll pop up over there. Right there at the end of this branch right here. You don't want to chase them down past those points, because there are some guys that will pop up, rock guys. So we're going to run east past this big plant here, and as you see the shinies up here, you get a sacramental bud, which is a crafting material that you need for the rot boluses. We also get a rune art, we get a smithing stone 4. Now we're going to run southeast up around the edge here. Go underneath this branch here, and you see the grace there. And we're going to grab that grace. We're going to go ahead and rest at this grace. Even though it says morning, we're going to go ahead and turn it back to morning again, just to make sure. And then now we are going to, if you look, that's where our map is. We're going to grab that map. We're going to stay along the road here, because there are bad guys around here. And you see there's a merchant right there. We're going to come back and talk to him in a second. First thing we want to do is grab the map. Now we'll take the marker off. We'll talk to this. I like this merchant because he has endless supply of flaming bolts. And he's also got crackpots, our cookbook, which it does rot bone arrow, rot bone bolts, which is important, you know, for later on and stuff. But I like the fact that he's got endless supply of flaming bolts. So with that being said, now we pull up the map, Look at how much of the map that we have uncovered. All right, this and that, and we still got one more place to go. Okay, just bear with me. So now we've done all that. Now we're going to go over here to Summon Water Village. And we're just going to run straight through. We're not going to fight anything. Just head straight northeast through Summer Water Village. Just avoid the Mariner, everything. I'm going to turn a slightly north, go up here, north, turn back northwest. Then back up north, and inside here is some Golden Rune 4. I'm going to run back out. And we're just going to keep running, and we're going to stay northeast. Now you see the church up there. Do not go in the front of that church. We want to hug and stay from out in front of that church. So we're going to jump over the little ledges over here to the left side of the church. Excuse me. Stay away from the front. Just hug to the left. And then you're going to see an opening right here where the grace is. And when we're done grabbing this stuff, you're not going to run out the front of the church either, because we are not prepared to fight the NPC that'll pop up. So we're just going to run through the left side of the church here, double jump up over here, and then run straight through. So as you're headed southeast here, or you'll see the shiny by the rot dogs. Run through, grab it, don't stop. Jump over the firewall. You see the grace. Grab the grace. Grab the shiny out here. Neon butterflies. Get back on your horse. Come in here, grab the shiny, the preserving boluses. Then we're gonna run right in here and grab the other shiny, which is another Golden Rune 3. Jump over if you get hung up. Now we are going to run straight east, and we're going to keep the cliff to our right. Just run straight east. Avoiding to fall off the cliff. Now, we're going to turn back up towards the north here. And you see that little rock ledge, and you see the carriage there? We're going to jump up on this rock ledge, and then from about this point here, we're going to double jump on top of the carriage. Then, we're going to get off our horse, because as you see, the dog down there is already aggroed. So, usually he doesn't aggro that fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down. We're going to grab, open the chest. See his head stuck in there. We're going to grab the gut sword, get back on our horse, then run over here. You just got to wait for him to get stuck on the side of the carriage. See, so now he's still over there looking around the top of that carriage. And then we'll rest right here. And now you have officially done the starting route. You've gotten the lower part of Caelid open. You've got all of Limgrave, Weeping Peninsula. You've got a lot of Liurnia of the Lakes opened up and stuff. Map-wise, you've got a ton of graces over here and everything. And you have a bunch of merchants that we're going to go back to. Now, this is where I said that you're going to have different options. Okay? So, what we're going to do before we do anything is we're going to go back to the round table. We're not going to talk to anybody. or anything. I'm just going to show you the mats that you should have. Okay, so if you go down to inventory and we go over that, we used two of the golden runes, all right, to get us some levels into our vigor. But you've got 2 spirit ashes, okay. You should these mats. It doesn't make a difference on these mats, but you'll have a bunch of different of these mats. And now, if you notice, you got 15 smithing stone 1s. You've got 6 smithing stone 2s. Only 1, and then you got a couple smithing stone 7s, smithing stone 8. But down here, you have somber smithing stone, somber smithing stone 2, 3, and a 5. Okay. So with that being said, we still have 1 weapon that we need to get. So we're going to go get it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back over here to the Church of Ella. I only made that slight detour because I wanted to show you about the smithing stones. So it's gotten a little dark, it looks like, so we're going to change this. Oh, it still says morning. It's okay. So we're going to go back over here. We're going to talk to Kylie.
Wait. Well,
and we're going to exhaust his dialogue first before we ask him about the howling in the woods.
Your people.
And
perhaps you
keep exhausting
we have a saying. Lament not, but that is our code. So it's just the way.
All right, so now we're going to ask him about the howling in the Mistwoods.
Next time,
and he's going to give us an emoji, not emoji, but he's going to give us a finger snap.
Goodbye for now.
Okay, so now that we got finger snap, we're going to go over here to Fort Height West. And we are literally going to head straight northwest here. And we're headed right back over to where we heard the howling at. Keep a little bit west, avoid the bad guys over there. And you'll start hearing the howling. There it is. So we're going to stay to the backside. Watch out for the bear over there. Stay to the backside and then jump over here. And if you look up, see Blade up there on the top of that? So we're going to get off our horse right here, come right about here, go over to gestures, hit triangle or whatever it is on the Xbox or your PC, come down here and then hit square. You don't have to equip it, you can test it and hit square. And we're going to snap and bring him down. And now we're going to talk to him.
Carly sent you. The name's Blood. He fled somewhere. Come tell
Exhaust
me.
his dialogue.
Darrow and in need of it.
And then we're going to pull back up the map and we are going to go to a Guild Lake South. All right, so we're going to get on our horse. And we are going to turn south here. As we run by, we'll grab the little shiny. Nice little golden rune too. And then you see the glowing worms up here. And this is our first Evergel. And we're going to go into this Evergel. And there is a reason why we went and got Blade. Because this is going to be the easiest fight for you. And stuff. So you see the little gold thing on the ground here? The gold summon sign? We are going to summon Blade. This is just going to make this fight so much easier to basically you're not have to really do anything but get a couple hits in. If you're an astrologer, you're just going to stand back, throw in a couple spells, let Blade read aggro. So what we're going to do is we're going to run towards the blue here. Now that Blade's here, we're going to aggro, get the Bloodhound up, see Blade will go in. We're just going to watch. Watch for him, wait until he gets full aggro, okay. Come up behind. Get a couple hits in. Don't get greedy. Get a couple hits in. Don't get greedy. Let Blade get aggro again. Oh, I missed the crit. Blade will heal himself. And there you go. The whole key is not to get greedy. And now you got the Bloodhound's Fang. Now I've see all the blood stains. I see those blood stains are, in my opinion, people that are coming up and trying to get it right away. If you do the starting route, we're gonna go back up here and talk to Blade. He's gonna give us a somber smithing stone too.
How to work for
and
it.
now we're advancing his quest.
Oh, if you venture, tell him I said he'll be sure I owe you one.
So,
that's it's time we part.
Yeah. So now he says it's time we parted ways. Now, we're gonna go back to the round table hold. So that's basically the starting route. All right. That's it right there. And you have in your inventory, you've got the strength knot, you've got the spike crack 2, you've got the green spell for stamina and HP, you've got an extra memory stone and everything, and you've got rock sling for your astrologers, you've got flame of frenzy for your faith guys, which that on my faith build, I mean, that thing was killer. I mean, you could use it all the way to the end of the game basically and stuff. You got poison armament and stuff for anybody that wants to use poison. And you've also got Sacred Blade, which you want to have that because that's going to come in handy when you're fighting undead, the dead, skeletons and stuff like that. But you've also got the Gut Sword. I mean, strength builds. There you go. You've got the Bloodhound Fang. You got the Twin Blade. And you got the Morning Star. All awesome starting weapons and stuff. So now, with that being shown, and you've got enough smithing stones that you can at least get it upgraded and stuff. Now, you're going to get more smithing stones from the merchants, which is going to allow you to upgrade it even further. Because if you notice, we said we only had 6 smithing stones of the smithing stone 2s. Smithing stone 3s, that's a whole different ball game. But smithing stone 2s and smithing stone 1s, you're going to get a bunch of those so that you can upgrade at least one weapon to level 6 and enough to take and upgrade another weapon to at least 3 or 4, which I always upgrade the Morning Star at least to level 3. Hello, Hoop. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining the live stream. We're getting towards the end of it, so I apologize. But I appreciate you joining. So this is where the other options come in. Now that the starting route, now that we've opened all this up, and as you saw, we haven't killed anything except for getting the Bloodhound Fang, which we just did at the Evergel. So now you basically have a couple options. You can take and start the game naturally and go back to gate front, back over here. and start progressing through the game naturally without doing any farming. Or you can go over here to Fort Faroth. Or hold on, before we go there, you can go here and go to Lenny's Rise. And you can do the ball farm, which you can Google search YouTube, people will show you. So the ball farm, just so, you know, if you want to see, what you're going to do is you're going to run down here and you're going to see a white flash of light. When you do, you're going to turn to your right, run along the edge, and then turn and look at the ball fall over the edge. When you do that, you get 1,952 runes. And then just fast travel back to Lenny's Rise. Hoop, actually this is my very first stream. I just finally got everything set up. My goal is that I probably want to do, I'm probably going to live stream. I'm thinking Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will just be doing recordings of another character, another build I'm doing that I've already got a playlist for. It's the guard counter. But I have an astrologer that I'm going to be using for the live stream. This is just a startup route, and once I've done this, then I'm going to use the astrologer who I've already done the startup route with and done my farming with, and I'm going to use that character for doing the live stream of an astrologer run with an awesome start, which this is what this does. To me, this gives you the best start and stuff. So, yeah, I will... I'm still learning. I'm just an old man that's just learning how to do this. So I'm going to get into the schedule after I'm done with this live stream and see how this one went and everything and stuff, because I'm still learning how to edit and stuff as well. But I will definitely set up a schedule once I figure out everything at the end of this live stream. But thank you for asking. I'm excited that you want to watch. Appreciate you for joining and everything. And yeah, thank you. Glad to have you aboard. So with that being said, I showed you the one ball farm. Now we're going to go over to Fort Faroth. Now, you have a couple options here at Fort Faroth. Now, as you see, and you can take and check this on YouTube as well. Like I said, I'm not showing you. My goal is to, right now, I'm starting out with Elden Ring because I've got just over 1,800 hours in Elden Ring, and it's the game I know best. But my memory's not the best in the world, so I can't say, you know, I have it memorized and stuff, but I plan on doing some Fallout 4. I'm considering, because Red Dead Redemption's another game, Red Dead Redemption 2, which is still a very active game and stuff. I own Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I bought it, but I haven't played it yet. I kind of got frustrated at the end of Black Ops 6 because of all the hackers and stuff. So yeah, I haven't really touched Black Ops 7 yet. It's still sitting in my my game library and stuff. Oh, you're welcome. Happy to answer any questions. So right here we have a couple things that we have a couple options to do. One of the things we're going to do first is we're going to use the runes that we have to level up. Now, depending on what you're playing or what you plan on doing, is going to depend on where you put your points. Me, because I'm doing a guard counter just for the playthrough, if I was actually doing a guard counter build, I would put my points into strength. So I got 3 extra points. Now we're down to 292 runes. So this is just for the starting route stream purposes. before we go down there, we are going to run inside Fort Faroth here. And when we run in, we're just going to run in. Now, if you want, you may want to watch me run in first and see how I go in, or you can try to follow along. But we're going to run in here. We're going to grab the and I always have trouble saying it, but the medallion, and we're going to grab a talisman. So we're going to run straight up here, and we're not going to try to kill anything. We're just going to run straight in and straight through. Because most likely we're going to die in here, and then 292 runes I don't care about. I'm willing to sacrifice 292 runes. So we're going to grab the chest here and the Dectus medallion, right side. So we're going to run over, jump off, and we're going to hug to the right here. We're just going to run right around here, hug to the right. And then we're going to drop inside the hole right here. And we're going to turn around, run over. You'll see the rat there. We're going to grab this. We're going to grab the golden rune, jump across. Now there's a big rat back here, but we're just going to run over here, drop down, because he's going to kill us. And we're going to grab the Radagon sword seal. And we'll come over here and let him kill us. Bam, one hit. Done. Like I said, I ain't worried about losing the 292 runes. All right, so now that we've done all that, now here is the one thing, and you can research this. You can kill this dragon down here, okay? It's going to be worth a bunch of runes, okay? I don't remember the exact amount. I think it's like 92,000, but it's 92,000 if you equip a gold pickle foul feet, all right, and use it right before he dies. Then we're also going to throw on the Morning Star, okay? Now, if you don't have the stats for the Morning Star, this is where the Radicon Source Seal comes in, all right? It will increase all your stats. So as an astrologer, you should be able to use it now. Almost every build should be able to use the Morning Star and stuff. So if you go down here, you get on your horse. Now this is a little trick, and this is a little time consuming. It takes about 4.5 minutes to take and kill this dragon, but you're just basically going to come down here, see this little mushroom pad here, and you're just basically just going to start swinging. Now what'll happen is you'll run out of stamina. You don't want to let the stamina just come back up once. You want to let it refill. The whole key is to let it refill and start swinging again until it runs out. And if you kill this dragon now, you will get like 80-some thousand runes, I think is what it is total, with the pickled gold foul foot. Now, I'm not going to do this and sit here for 5 minutes, but right before he dies, that tail will twitch, and that's when you want, not twitch, but when you see it get down to a sliver of his health, you want to use that gold pickle foul foot, and that is going to give you the extra runes and stuff. Now, there is a glitch that you can do, and I'm not going to show it. You can find it on YouTube. If you stay on your horse, and this is where the tail twitch comes in. So, right before he dies, his tail will twitch real hard, quick and hard. And you can't mistake it. Sometimes you'll see his tail move, but it's a slow movement. But he does a twitch right before he dies. When he does that twitch, stop swinging and turn around on your horse and get back up here and get to the grace and rest at the grace. What'll happen is that you will get the runes, but he will not die. He will actually reappear, or she will reappear. And you can rinse and repeat that over and over and over. The key is that you don't want to use that gold pickle foul foot. Now, this is not something I recommend that you do. It's a glitch, and I'm not a big fan of glitches, okay? I'd rather see you do the ball farm and invest the time doing that. But if you want to do it this way, that's your prerogative. But you can keep getting 62,000 runes from this dragon and farm him and build yourself up. Or you can go over and do the ball farm and just keep doing it over and over and over and over again and build yourself up that way. Those are your options. So you can get, I don't call it an OP start, but you can get a big start on the game itself, because like I said, now we have all this stuff open. Now I do the farming so that you can go back to all the merchants that we opened up. So being able to go back to the merchants, and it's another reason why I do the farming, allows you to buy the smithing stones. Because we want to get our weapon, having an upgraded weapon from the get-go is nice. Now, also that allows you to come back over here to Smithing Master EG, buy that Somber Smithing Stone 4. Then you can actually get the Bloodhound Fang, because it's a unique weapon. If you go buy that Somber Smithing Stone 4, you will literally be able to get the Bloodhound's Fang up to +5. A +5 Somber Smithing Stone is equivalent to a +13, roughly, normal weapon, like the Great Sword, the Gut Sword, or, the Twin Blade and stuff. So it's basically equivalent to a +13 regular Smithing Stone weapon. So now, with that all being said, it all comes down to how you want to move forward from this point. One of the other things that I do, if I'm doing a guard counter, is I will come back over here to Gatefront after I've done my farming up here, and I've gone around to all the merchants that we found during the starting route, and I will farm these guys here. There's 4 of them. The guy with the bugle down there, the guy sitting on the ground over there, and then there's 2 over there to your right that have the brass shield. The brass shield, in my opinion, and you can Google this as well, is probably one of the best shields to get for a medium shield. If you're doing, even for my astrologer, I use the brass shield until late in the game and stuff. But the brass shield literally has 100 physical negation damage. It has good poise, guard boost, when you level it up, which I don't level it up if I'm doing a counter build, because I wait till I get my great shield. I save my smithing stones. So the only other advice I would give you at this time is come back here, just keep farming these guys. It can take anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes to get the brass shield to drop. Just go down, kill those 4 dudes, come back up, rest back at the grates, reset, rinse, repeat, and stuff. What else? And that's basically about it. So from this point on, it's up to how you want to play through. If you're a new player, you want to experience it the natural way from back when the game first come out, don't do the farming. You can go do the ball farm, earn enough runes to get you a little bit of levels, but to keep it natural, I wouldn't do a bunch of farming. But if you're a returning player or you're starting a new character, you can do the farming as much as you want and get yourself to where you're basic. I wouldn't say OP, but you've got a killer jump start on the game. You basically have every weapon available, not every weapon, but every good starting weapon. The gut sword will carry you through to the end of the game. If you started out with the samurai, you've already got a katana, so forth and so on. So with that being said, I appreciate you joining the live stream. I will get this edited. I will be putting scheduling more live streams. I've already got an astrologer that I've already did my farming with, and I've gotten ready to take and start doing a regular playthrough. I have another guard counter build that I'm doing, but I won't do live streams with him because he's already pretty far, well, not pretty far, he's about 30% through the game in areas. He's getting ready to go into the academy, the Lucaria Academy and stuff and everything. So I won't be using him for live streams, but I will be using the astrologer for live streams to show what the starting route here does for you if you do the farming and everything. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody joining, everybody that that stuck around to watch the live stream and everything. I will get this edited, and it should be available. Edited version of it should be available within the next day or two. And tomorrow I will be doing the guard counter, recording stuff for it. Please go check out my playlist. I will leave a link to it in the description. And I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you for joining, and we will catch you on the next round. Thank you so much.